wee bit. Oh.
Yeah, just at the very end.
This does actually have convex frets.
It does, yeah.
As opposed to, like a classical guitar feels like it's got convex, but they're actually flat. Hey YouTube, you got me last time as well with that.
It's old.
What's in the bag?
Yeah, that's from 1912, 13, 14 maybe, that thing.
Wow. So it's
Old.
It's old. Yeah, so just start with what's in the bag then, since I just played it.
Yes.
Have a look at it. No, not quite finished yet.
Oh, I'm looking at this as well. Harley, I wanted to see this.
Yes. That's the one. I just drove to Kirkcaldy yesterday to get it.
Oh, yeah. Do you know, I used to love these when I was a kid. Because it led to me getting the kind of pink one.
Yeah.
It's got a really nice stratty neck, hasn't it?
It's basically exactly the same neck as on my white one.
It's very like the Joey Santuni.
Yeah. But the trem bar is not quite. It fits in really well, and it was pure stiff, but it's come. See the bolt that bolts it in is loose, so I need to go in and.
See, I always thought these British were really good.
It seems to be.
Power rocker, innit?
Yeah. I can't remember. I sent you a picture.
We need to hit that, innit?
Yeah.
What try to do is this.
Oh, you're going to plug it in? I didn't say it worked.
Oh, right. It works.
It works. That's a coil split, but you can't tell whether it's on or off. But I was actually thinking of what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that stupid push thing out and sell it, because that's an original Ibanez one. Someone will buy that. You want to buy an original Ibanez stupid push pop that you can't see when it's up and when it's down.
Did John Carter not make a comment saying he would use them?
I think he might have actually. There's a lady. I was just down at Neon Tetrahedrons and he bought me a present. Do you want one? I've not tried them yet. It's a sweetie. Made on 69 Main Street Largs, and you can guess the flavour. I've not tried it yet.
It's
he did buy them a couple.
It's actually got a strawberry. It's that soft rock stuff, isn't it? They're great.
You know what flavour they're meant to be? Well, they are a wee bit actually. Oh wow, they do.
Strawberry?
Yep.
To banana?
They bought them for me as a present. It was really big buy about a month ago, but that shit doesn't go out of date. What's the secret ingredient?
Buckfast.
Yep.
That's cruel. Here's another one.
That's quite nice. Considering a bucky sweet. There's a very, very slight.
That's Bucktronic.
That's
It's made to look like a cherry. It's quite clever. There's a strawberry or a something.
Yeah. So the candy box Italian ice cream,
But this.
65 to 69 Main Street Largs, you can get in Bucky's, and they're actually quite good. They're a very subtle bucky, but it does have bucky in them. It's not bad, eh?
This is great. got the position 2 as well, a really good one. Jammy bastard.
The trem arm, that's not the right angle for the trem arm though, is it?
No.
It's too high up.
It's too high, but you can
I think it might. I'm not sure. I kind of see the actual bit that it goes into is sitting at a funny angle. I'm not sure whether you can unbolt it and actually adjust the angle of the bit that you screw it into.
The only thing you've got to be careful with the coated ones is when you're bending them is it can crack the...
Yeah.
So sometimes you can do it a favour by giving it a wee heat, not making it melty hot,
Yeah.
just giving it a wee heat to stop that from bending.
Yeah. That wasn't in it. That just happened to. I happened to have one of those.
Bayonet, is that a bayonet, yeah?
It's kind of a wee bit like a guitar jack sort of thing. You know, it's got the wee clip on it. But it was pure solid. Now it's wobbly, but it's like the actual bit it screws into is unbolted.
Yeah, I've actually got a spare one, I'll find it for you and you can have it.
I was actually thinking. I wondered if the one you've got's a better angle than that, just to start with.
Well, I've got a couple of metal ones, just metal so you can bend them without worrying about it, do you know? It's not a lie.
Yeah.
Because when I was trying to find one to fit the Fender Strat with the... I couldn't find one. But
Yeah.
the one from that fits it.
That fits it.
That fits it, yeah.
Just buy a Goto one then, and it will fit.
Maybe.
That's what I did. I did that for the Pantera. I just bought a Goto one and it fitted absolutely 100% perfect.
This is pretty amazing, by the way.
It's quite nice. It's quite small. Quite a wee bit.
Japan, 1986.
Got a couple of dents in it, but no, not too bad. It was a wee bit cowboy cordy, so I kind of did the frets a wee bit, but
Yeah. It's definitely got mojo.
rather than less Joe. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's got mojo. It's got all the Joe.
All the Joe.
And the original pickups as well, or is that original pickup?
Yes, that's the original pickups, yeah. That's a Super 70, apparently.
Yes. I feel terrible that I've got to crash the park with an awful guitar.
Oh. That's why I got that in first.
That's on my mind.
Yes, so we've got an interesting guitar
We do.
coming up.
We do. It's a local guy to here who got the guitar, and it's one of the ones that you see in the Thoman and places like that, really cheap Telecasters. I think it was something like £85 or £87 delivered brand new in the box to his house, to his door. Telecaster, left-handed.
Bargain then, especially left-handed one.
Total bargain, you'd think, yeah.
Yeah, total
I mean, have
bargain.
you seen it? You have seen it, but when you see it, they look amazing, they look really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to go with this because I'm going to have to go and pick up a jobby.
That's alright though, it was worth a drive to Glenrothes to go and
That
get
is
it.
lovely. That's a lot like the same colour as the Alan Holdsworth that I'm
It is.
so coveting at the moment.
I bet you that one's not cheap though.
No, your cup of tea's on that.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, no, there's what was I going to say?
Yes.
The Holdsworth one, I think it's probably slightly differently spec'd, but
Yeah.
a bit better.
I've taken it out of the box, right? So it's not in the box anymore. It's not what's in the box.
No, it's
It
what's
is
in the box. What was in the box? What's got the barcode tab still on it?
So what I'll do is I'll hand it over to you, and you
Well
can
done.
see that it's matte black, right? I'll not show them anymore. I'll leave that to you.
Matt
can,
Bellamy.
You can do the
It's Matt
show.
Bellamy. The main problem is they put the neck
Everything on the
on
wrong
the
side.
back of the guitar. So, I mean, so you kind of play it with your thumb.
Look at that. It's lovely to look at, right? Look at that. First glance,
Matte black all over
all over the neck.
the nut. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But I've discovered that it's actually unplayable out of the box.
So what you're saying is Alan?
Is a liar. Never quality checked that. It's never been quality checked for any qualities. I think the quality was, yeah, that's a guitar.
Yeah, yes, that is the Harley Benton standard black left-handed.
Yeah. I'll have
Alan.
a closer look at it. Start off at the top. See the tuners, if you turn them around, you'll notice the top one's squinty, but that's just a small thing, do you know what I mean?
It is a bit, you can sort of see that. Oh, they're all squint actually.
Yeah, they're all not quite straight. So
I've heard of people complaining about that. It's never really bothered me, but it's like, you know,
if you're OCD, you notice like
Yeah,
Ibanez
it's like-
guitars, and
it's
it's
like
perfect.
they're absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if
yeah.
there's any excuse for putting things on squinty nowadays when you've got these machines that.
Does that mean it's handmade though?
No, it just means it's cheap posts that are really thin and they move about inside the hole more than those do.
Right.
So you've got more chance of putting it on squinty
Yeah.
because there's room to do it with the rubbish.
Yeah.
But the top nut. So what they've done is the top nut's been installed in the guitar and then they've painted the guitar. So there's paint around the sides of the top nut. So if you disturb it in any way, you're going to chip the paint.
Yeah, it's totally matte smooth going up the side.
Yeah, so it's going to be one of those gone in all day that jobs.
Yeah, and you've got a good millimetre and a half.
Well, really, it's one of the highest nut action. So what they've done is they've installed the guitar, the nut, and they've glued it in, so you can actually look at it. It's super glued in.
Yeah.
You can see the glue line. So and they've just basically put it in and not cut the nut, so it doesn't. It's not ever been cut. It's just a nut with some guide holes in it.
You can actually see that the E string's actually sitting entirely on top of the nut.
Yeah. So any chords that you play, any of the cowboy chords that you play are completely important. Well, hard to play in the first place, but then out of tune as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the nut not so good. I'm also noticing.
So the tuner's the nut. Right.
I'm also basically this is a pretty fundamental. But it's like these strings, you know, it goes straight from the nut to the post. Have you noticed that? It takes a wee detour.
It takes a detour going off to the side. Yeah.
No, just not a big amount.
Yeah, but the other thing is.
I mean, no, look at that.
Yeah, when it arrived at me, it had too much relief, basically, in the neck, which you expect with something that's been set.
That's fair enough, because it was a straight piece of wood, but the strings put on it, and then now it's got some tension on it.
So,
but that I can't deal with that. I can't deal with those strings.
Super hard to move.
Is that going to be showable?
It goes off. See, it looks good.
These are all straight parallel lines, right? Round the post.
Right, yeah, it's not very straight.
That's fine. You know, it could be. That's only.
Yeah,
so it was only 80 quid. That's not going to make the guitar shit.
Yeah, trying to move the truss rod was quite difficult. It wasn't easy at all. So I reckon there's something in there, paint, glue, blah, whatever. It's.
Is it maybe just because it's never been turned? You know, it's
supposed to be though when you put it on. When you first set it up, it's supposed to kind of try it and make sure it works, and then lacking it off for international posting.
Yes, okay, yeah. So Alan didn't do that. Alan doesn't do truss rods.
No, I think what they'd done was they set it to a certain thing, and then they'd painted it, and there's been all sorts of paint and rubbish and stuff landed on the threads. So yeah, right. So getting onto the fretboard and all of the frets, because it's a lefty, it's difficult to play. So what you do is, if you just play the thickest E and just go up. And it rattles from the start, right? And I don't know if you can see this, but it's got. You could put a £1 coin under the 12th fret, right? Maybe.
I don't think I've got a £1 coin, but you could, yeah.
You're not far away from a £1 coin. And it starts to fret out, and that's with a super high action. It's.
Oh, there you go. That one's not there at all.
Goes and it's
That's still got some element of note in amongst the buzz.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
So I took a fret rocker over the guitar and every single fret's...
Every fret's high or low? Or?
Well, do you know, I found a couple that were okay, but they were surrounded by such rubbish that it's just that the guitar needs a complete job done, a complete fret job done. A fret level, a crown, polish, the whole 9 yards. It's needing done. It's
actually kind of.
Well, that's
like
right.
the relief.
We've not got to the neck pocket yet.
No, I'm still talking about the neck. Not got to the neck pocket yet.
Yeah, the frets are all.
So the relief even. On this one, I would say it's sort of there. It seems to bend to there.
Yeah.
On this side of the neck, but on the other side of the neck,
it's okay.
It's here somewhere.
Yeah.
No, it seems to bend to this. This is the lowest point, and then it's
peculiar, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's probably got a big knot in the wood underneath the paint about, or something in the wood's not brilliant.
Yeah.
So I reckon that's why they paint these, because it's...
They maybe take the most horrible looking wood.
Yeah.
I told you about the black A10.
Yeah.
The one that, on the back of the wooden cavity cover had some Japanese writing, and I actually asked the guy who made them. What does that say? And it said "shit wood paint black." Like that was a direct quote. So that's a good guitar, but that's shit would be
so
rather than super fancy.
The frets are all uneven, and then when you get up and actually would look at it straight on the way you're looking at it, check out the neck pocket. I don't know if there's any. I've got my feeler gauges kicking about somewhere.
It's kind of
But you can fit a whole ass.
it's not very sharp the way. It's been quite rounded off.
It looks like a flaw, as if it's the machines. I don't know if they've over sanded it or something. There's too much material been taken away.
Yeah, I mean, there's a gap there. You can keep some picks down the side of the neck pocket.
Easily, but the thing about it is the way the neck sits inside the pocket. It's not supported by anything.
No.
So usually when you
the scratch plate a wee bit.
Not even though, because if you look at that, you'll see that they've actually routed underneath there. They've tried to straighten the neck up. So when you pull the neck into the pocket, properly into the pocket, the string alignment's completely off. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's, I mean, even just now I'm looking at it. There's a much bigger gap.
Yeah.
On the E string
And
to the edge of the fretboard than there's here.
I think I've actually pushed over the what do you call those? Oh no, they're straight just now. But I tried to pull it into shape. The way you can do that, you can loosen it off, pull it into shape, and tighten it back up again.
Yeah.
It basically pulled itself back again. So there's nothing supporting it to hold it.
Right.
You just get the tension of the screws, and as soon as you start strumming a guitar and moving it around, it's just going to move.
Oh god, look at this! I can totally see
it. You can see through
it. Oh my god, because it's black, you can't see it as well.
This is the thing. It hides a
I
multitude
can
of
totally
sounds.
see through that.
Yeah. It's a really ill-fitting pocket. The thing about the pocket is it's not level, so the neck isn't sitting straight in the pocket. That's why when you're looking up the neck, it looks different one side and it does the other as well.
It's also got a bit of a.
It's got a ski ramp.
It's got a bit of a wave going on with the strings as well, but they're fine here.
Here, but not there.
But not there. So obviously, if these were set wrong, it would be. But it's not.
It's the neck itself. It's very.
Oh, that's not straight.
Nothing about the guitar's straight. I don't think there's one thing that's. It's the pickups.
Look at that. But that was one of the things that got me with the FGN. It was a wee bit off. I had to unbolt that and just slide that to make it perfectly parallel with that. This is definitely not.
It's not even trying.
Not perpendicular.
Yeah, but what I took that. Oh, it's awful. See, the pickups are powered by fridge magnets.
No.
Well, do you know? Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes when you get a
you pay £80 for a guitar, is that right?
It's fine, yeah, but it's.
It's
unplayable out of the box, so it doesn't work. It does work. You can plug it in, it makes a noise, but the pickups are very terrible. They're awful sounding, microphonic, empty, terrible things.
Well, you can't really tell.
Do you know what? It's a real shame because we've got kids out there who don't have access to money, and do you know what I mean? We've got poverty and stuff like that, and they'll see that guitar for £85 and go, I can get a guitar for £85.
Especially, it's kind of a wee bit sneaky as well, especially since it's a lefty. Because it's difficult to get lefties. So
so you're going to be really chuffed to get that in through your door. And if you don't know anything about guitars, your first playing experience is going to be terrible. If you do know something about guitars but you don't know how to fix them, your first playing experience is going to be terrible.
If you know somebody who owns a shop and get them to fix
terrible.
it, it's going to cost you more than the guitar to fix it.
I think it's about £85 for that guitar. Well, let's say between 85 and 90 somewhere delivered. I think it was 87 actually.
Yeah.
It's going to be easily that again to get the frets done, is it not? If you go to a shop to get a full fret level and crown and all of that.
I don't know.
I think that's quite expensive.
You don't want to. You can't.
See the problem with doing that. I mean, fair enough. Say you've got the ability to do that. That's fair dues. You're still going to be putting that neck into an ill-fitting pocket. So your foundations are bad from the start. So there's no. The guy who gave it to me is to have a look at and repair. I've had to contact him and say, look, send it back. The list of stuff that's wrong with it right out the box is too long. Do you know what I mean? For us, we could fix that and make it work in a day, maybe.
But some things are wrong. Like, I know it's a small thing. You're saying about the string trees pulling the string squint.
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with being put on badly. That's the wrong string trees for that spacing.
Well, if you take the string trees, the tuning pegs off, they're cheap nonsense.
Really?
The posts are so thin, so they move about inside the hole. So what you've got to do is basically move them around until you get it just so, and hopefully tighten it up enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what it is essentially a collection of guitar parts put together, and it's not been set up in any way at all. So don't expect to buy one of these things for your nearest and dearest and expect them to be able to play it.
No. I just have the fear.
Honestly, go online and buy a Squire or a Vintage or something.
Vintage. Get an Ibanez, I suppose, if you want a Telecaster.
Well, even then, you can still get Ibanez Telecasters. The newer ones, they're brilliant, but I mean, that's you getting into hundreds of pounds.
Yeah,
you can still go out and you can still spend that that amount of money.
On a new one, though, can you?
Yeah.
But then, no, you're talking about, is it, you know...
Because you're going to have to replace everything. The
Well.
tuners, the top nut. And the thing about the top nut, if you look at it, and you'll verify, there's no way you're going to be able to work on that guitar and not damage the paintwork.
No.
Because they've painted in the top nut.
Yeah. And you get one go.
Yeah.
You could try and lower it. You
It's
get
not
one
like it's
go.
high
If you
quality.
go too late,
Yeah,
it's
it's
gone.
not a high quality paint or anything either that you can score and pick in it. You know, it's going to how it's going to behave.
Yeah, really bad paint detail there as well. I just feel like if you're looking at a guitar
It's criminal.
the bad
Yeah.
paint job and stuff. If you're paying £80 for a guitar, I'm fine if it plays well. If the important bits, that's why when I was
perfectly, I would be over the moon if I found out a guitar was out there that was that amount of money and was actually good. That's just such a disappointment. So disappointing.
I'm going to buy a Fasley. It's £53 for an exotic wood top one.
But what's it going to be though? It's going to be a collection.
It's going to be worse than this, isn't it?
It's going to be a collection of guitar parts badly put together, essentially, to make it. If that guitar was made to look good in a photograph, if you turn it around and look at the tele, it looks quite nice. It's a handsome looking guitar. It really is. I've got a really nice Strat that looks like that. You'd stand it next to it on a stage and you wouldn't know the difference. That's the problem. That is the problem.
These are dead popular though. Everyone always, number of people.
It's because we're in the middle of a, do you know what I mean, a cost of living crisis, and there isn't that much money around, and people are spending it on.
I'm talking about the last couple of years. The Harley Bentons have get a lot of.
Well, see, I used to look at it and think that's amazing, that's brilliant that these kids are getting such good equipment.
We were looking at guitars the other night because you were looking at a 7-string.
With a fan
fret 7-string.
So now we know
160 quid or something.
I've got a feeling it's going to be a collection of more expensive parts put together badly.
No,
because
just more.
More. Yeah, if you look at the top nut, all it's been is installed. It's not been set up. Same with the frets; they've been pushed in, and that's it. They've not been touched after that.
No, they've not been checked
to see if they're balanced between each other. So
doesn't have sharp fret ends.
It's a miracle.
No, that's just because they bought the exact right size of frets, so they didn't need to have ends done.
Maybe they had to because it was so bad though. As part of the finishing process.
Okay, it was the fingerboard.
Well, I don't know.
It kind of looks it's very jet black, isn't it?
Well, it looks as if it's been painted. To be honest with you, look at the end grain. It looks as if it's absorbed a lot of something.
Yes, it definitely looks like it's absorbed something. It's like creosote or something.
So I'm going to give this guitar nil points.
No points. I think it's absolute.
I feel for the people who buy them because even the guy who bought it himself he knew he was going to get something that needed set up, but I don't think he had any idea that it was going to be as bad as that.
Unless you know a really good jobby polishing service. I mean.
But that's the thing. People will think that like okay, it's only that amount of money, so I can buy that and use it as a foundation for building a really good. No.
Yeah, but but the thing is that what this needs is not. This doesn't need Seymour Duncans and locking tuners. I mean, those things would be nice.
Can you recarve a pocket?
Can you recarve a pocket so it's smaller than it is just now?
No. So, I mean, how do you put? You would have to. I would have to shim, actually glue in shims and recarve that pocket in order to get it to fit a neck. Because actually, when you unscrew it, it's.
Oh, you buy a fatter neck. It kind of
literally moves around like that, side to side. It's nothing holds it still. You've got to guess your alignment, right? That's what I had to do to get those strings to line up. I should have seen it when I first got it.
Yeah.
Did I show you a photograph?
I mean, if you compare this to see that the Shocking Bird, the one I made out of the joist.
But at least your alignment's good.
Oh, fucking right, huh?
Yeah,
I know, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's a real guitar made out of a joist and a neck I found in a bin, and it's a 8 or 9 points out of 10.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
This is 0. 0 because you can't reuse the body, and I wouldn't reuse the neck because it's wavy.
Yes. So you get a wavy neck, a badly cut body,
pocket,
a fiver ridge. I
don't think so.
Oh, it's a top loader. Top loader as well.
Top loader, yeah.
Oh, I wonder. I bet you they'll mark they're actually touching the body.
It actually has marked it.
Yeah. Now, I mean, see this compared to those teles I was buying in China. This is. I would have sent this back.
I feel it's a shame because I really do feel that there's people out there who might get that through the post and think it's going to be the answer to their prayers. Do you know what I mean? It's a shame.
I wonder what's the first guitar?
Shame on you, Harley Benton.
How cheap a guitar do you think you can get a guitar where you can get one brand new from a thing that's actually going to work?
You've got to think about the moral aspect of this though. That's bad morals. That's bad karma. That is bad karma because it's not even a good instrument. It's not makeable into a good instrument.
No.
So basically you're taking somebody who hasn't got that much money in the first place, and you're stealing it from them, and you're giving them something that's not worth 85 quid. It looks as if it's worth 85 quid, but it's not worth 85 quid. It's not worth 15 quid. I mean, really, I would see that in a car boot sale, and I would run at it like an athlete. I would, all the way to it, and stop and look at it and spend 2 minutes and be like, nah.
I mean, it's an interesting point. I don't know how
As soon as you saw the neck pocket, and as soon as you saw the detail of the frets and how wavy the fretboard was, and how...
Yeah, no, I mean, if I saw this and I was looking at it and it was like, well, if it didn't have a name on it, and I saw this in the Barras and it was 30 quid.
You would still, I don't know.
I don't know if
the
I would.
neck pocket would put me off right away.
Yeah.
Because it's higher at one side than it is ski ramps. So they've not cut it out right, or they've not sanded it right, or they've...
That'll cost us.
No.
That would add a tenner to it. No, take it away. Take it away.
But yeah, when you took it,
I'm just putting handprints on it.
Yeah, the thing about it is the wires inside it as well are the thinnest, skinniest electrical wire you've ever seen in your life.
Well, is this pickup the right way around?
Yeah.
Because all the ones I bought in China, they were all bridge pickup, neck pickup.
It makes the best noise though when you're using it. Sounds like the gates of hell. I'm not even going to plug it in.
No.
It's offensive. Shame on Harley Benton. Shame on Thoman Music for letting that go and calling it quality checked. It's got a sticker and a signature.
I mean, I've actually put pickups in a few of these guitars. The first one I had was a few years ago when they were only £60 for a tele, and the guy put a different. It wasn't that bad, but as it maybe. Yeah.
And that's a really high action.
Yeah, see that's where you come in and all these wee things I'm being silly about, like or things that are a wee bit offline and stuff.
Foundationally bad guitar.
That doesn't matter. That's the details. But the actual. So basically, what you've got to do to build a Telecaster is screw two bits of wood together the right way and put the bridge in the right place.
Yeah.
And then everything else is doable.
It's got built-in distortion.
Even acoustically unplugged.
It's terrible.
Yeah. So I don't know.
The pots are tiny.
Of course they are.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was looking at the wire, and it's one of those wires that's got like 3 threads of copper or 4 threads
Yes,
of copper.
it's really difficult to solder them because there's so little.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
For these poor guys, and whatever it is these are made. QC pass is 0-1.
I mean, it's amazing compared to those Fire Eagle ones I bought.
It's 2022, 2nd of July.
I mean, I was feeling bad. See, when I was selling them, I was buying them for like 30 odd quid, 36, 35 quid, and I was selling them for like 120, and feeling a little bit bad about it. And okay, I did have to do a little bit of tweaking, nothing like that though.
No.
But I had to do a wee bit. Maybe there was a high fret here, or
No. Nil pois.
No, wow.
Yours, on the other hand, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for the.
10 out of
really?
10. Look
Wow.
at it. It's just
That's high praise indeed.
Yeah. So then I've got you. What's what?
Well, I've got to decide what I'm going to do with it yet.
Could turn into a hold off, no bother.
Well, by basically putting a single coil scratch plate on it,
Yeah.
and that's really.
It is though. It's really pleasant sounding guitar.
I've not set it up properly yet.
It feels lovely though. It's got really nice. See, it's awful like that, and it's.
The sound tuning.
It's really nice.
It's amazing how nice it was. See, to work with the quality components. Like, see when I was messing about with the bridge, and I was adjusting the grub screws. The Allen key fits in all those grub screws, and they all turned really smoothly from 1986. And the tuners, it's like, some of the tuners were a bit loose, and they've got a wee screw in the top, and they're basically like brand new tuners. And you're like, all right, it's like. So are like as either the bridge or the tuners better than the whole Harley Benton? Yeah. How do, I mean, to upgrade that? I mean, it doesn't need upgraded, really.
Well,
You can put your own if you want, fancier pickups in it. But
yeah,
I mean,
if you were to say spend 200 quid on new bits and pieces for the Harley Benton, it's still not going to be as good as this for whatever you paid for this.
Yeah.
Never.
No.
The neck's never going to be as good. The thing that dynamically when you're playing a guitar, you're moving around, you're constantly putting pressure on that bit of the guitar. So if that bit of the guitar's not right, game's a bogey.
Yeah. But even then, you're looking at.
It's like building a house on sand. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
This is great though.
Yeah, sounds nice. You playing it. It's like. That chorus for the 80s. Do you even get the wee details? I quite like these string trees. See the wee sort of barrel-y looking ones? They're quite cool.
They look original as well.
Yeah, they are. It doesn't have the fancy triangular strap buttons, but I mean.
Snappy sounding.
Yeah. But you could definitely buy that, like okay, second hand, buy that in the condition I just bought it, and get a shop to do what I did to it, which is basically a little bit of getting rid of the cowboy cord frets and cleaning it and setting it up for less than you could make that thing, the Harley Benton, play. Not play well, play all the notes to play. And that's playing really well. That plays like a real guitar.
As well as any of my other Ibanez's, let's say. It's not a surprise though, it's just as I expected it to be.
Yeah. I don't know, the thing that put me off a little bit was the fact it's a 140. Just get the sticker on it, it's an RG 140. 140? It's a very low number for an RG.
Do you know, it's one of those ones, see that one that we missed? I missed. I'll send you the link for it, the black one with the and it went for 180 quid.
Oh.
So these are out there, so if you're looking for a good guitar.
Yeah, I don't think I paid.
RG 140 from 1986 is probably better than an American Strat that you'd get in the shops just now.
I don't think I got that for a super bargain either. Really? I think even what you're talking, a couple hundred quid is what it's worth, sort of thing.
In perfect condition, aye. Weirdly. You get a Strat from the same time and say, oh yeah, it's a Dan Armstrong Strat and it's amazing, but it's not as good as this, and they're running a couple of grand for that one.
Yeah. And ultimately, all I did was clean it, contact clean the switches.
What a Blad. I'm making up words. Brad Gillis. That's fine.
Brad
Gillis.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other week.
It's a really nice feeling tremolo, so she's in the bar, doesn't it? Fit.
No, it did fit.
It fits, but it's just too high.
No, but it's because it's the see the bit that it pops into is unbolted from when I was earlier on trying to take it out. So I was going to try and take it out to put it in the bag, and I couldn't get it out because it was bloody hard to push it in because the bushings are a wee bit tight, so it's not the right one. We see the way the bridge posts are on it as well. It doesn't have any posts. It's like a sleeve.
Yeah, it sits on a sleeve.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe that, but it's quite mad.
But it works, champion.
Works champion. Also putting the strings in is pretty mad as well. You kind of push them in the hole and then hook them down and below something and up again. But see, if you're a Hendrix, you snap a string and you manage to you want to change it on stage much quicker.
With this one? Yeah.
Hella quicker. That's where if you had locking tuners on it, not that I would put them on it, you're talking about changing a string in 30 seconds.
frequencies.
Also, I finished setting that up. I put that together last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. Did a 10-minute video with it this morning, then brought it over here. Well, those strings have got 10 minutes on them. You probably played it more than I have.
Great, Margaret.
But 10 out of 10's a very high score for a guitar.
10 out of 10, yeah. Definitely though, because the neck feels great. It's got a couple of dinks on it, but that just adds to the flavour.
That means you know which one it is when someone says, when you do a blindfold test, oh, it's got a big chunk out the back of the neck at the third fret.
Yeah, it's like buying an old Land Rover. If somebody drives up and it's not got a dent in it at all, you're like, something's not right there.
Yeah. I don't think that's possible. Yeah, that's a photo of a Land Rover, not a real one.
Same deal with these guys. These were made to be played, and this one has been. In reasonable condition.
I don't think it's been played in like 10 or 20 years though.
Yeah.
Like it was sitting in the guy's living room, and his wife was like, "Oh, we started to see it go." It's like it just sits next to the telly, and I got a matching stand with it as well, like a red and black stand. You can have the stand with it as well.
What have I got? You want to swap for it?
Yeah.
Like a Hello Kitty. Look at that.
They're worth lots of money. That's the thing though. When you're talking about that is Hello Kitty money.
Yeah.
To get one of them is the same price as Hello Kitty.
Where are they going for now? Which is stupid. 500, 600.
Are they? Oh God, no. So that's no. I was looking at it, how much I would buy one for. I thought they were. No, I don't know.
Well, a pair is about £1,000 and above. But it was stupid because they're not worth that much at all.
No, you could kind of. You're almost getting the. You could almost get the Ibanez 86 range for that.
These are great.
Because that's the.
Feels like
What's that? A 140. So the 120 is a single humbucker. The 130 is like two humbuckers, and then the 135 is 3 single coils. So you get the 4 of them. All basically the same guitar with a slightly different pickup layout.
Yes.
Give it 9.5 out of 10 because of the volume pot, the tone pot, the push thing, which I don't like.
Okay, 9.5 out of 10. I agree with that.
I would change that.
I would change that as well.
Just either a modern push one where you can see when it's on or off, or just a push pull.
I'd probably do the Alan Holdsworth motor. Take that off of there and put side mount, or put the jack here actually face in the way like the Joey Santoni guy.
Yeah, I'd maybe do that. So it hooks around your strap and then goes straight into the guitar.
Yeah, it held us.
Yeah, I'd maybe have a look at that. Yeah.
Top mount's okay, but I mean they do get in yours.
No, I don't think they get in the way, but I think they're more likely to snap. But I have to say, I'd be more tempted to do that if it was if this scratch plate was broken. There's not enough screws holding the scratch plate on. See there? See if you.
Look. Like that.
Is that a barrel connector though?
Yeah.
A barrel connector. I would put a barrel connector anywhere. I wouldn't put it in someone else's guitar. There must be some way of putting it in that position, not being a barrel connector. Barrel connectors suck.
You could probably actually just hammer out a strap, one of the Strat ones.
Yeah, just stick it in.
Stick it in facing that way.
Just put a Strat one.
You could actually just put a Strat one there.
Because I think of all of the output jacks, I hate that more than anything.
This feels just the same as that.
I thought when I played my 530, it's a very similar
feeling neck.
That looks thin because it's the same. I'm trying to wonder what the shape is. Is it the same outline? Is that because Joe Satriani didn't design the body shape, did he? He just took a roll. Was it a sabre or a radius? The radius.
This is basically a radius, yeah.
So this, I'm just wondering if it was designed by the same. But shape-wise, are they
very similar? They're smaller. I don't know if you've noticed. They're actually smaller than a normal Strat RG.
Yeah, I mean, if you take away the side contours,
yeah,
because obviously that's very contoured all the way around. But I think the actual outline is
probably about the same.
No, not quite. This is
the thing about the
hooks on it.
That was to do with the way fish.
A salmon or something.
Say that if it's a
wee bit
that's just to prove that it's a wild one. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a great guitar.
Yes, I enjoyed playing that. There's one of them. Did we not see one of them relatively cheaply on Facebook the other night? There's one on just now for 600, which I think is probably what they normally go for. I'm sure we saw one for a couple or 3 or something.
I think it's been robbed of its pickups by the looks of things, maybe.
Oh right. Okay.
But I had the original Ibanez version, not the lucked out with this one though.
Yeah, but you bought it broken though. That's the trick, innit? You either buy it off from someone who doesn't know what it is, or you buy it broken. Yeah. That would have said this was broken, but it wasn't playable. No, it was playable. It was just manky. If you put strings on it, it would be all right. It would just. The thing is, I know people who I've had guitars in for getting fixes like that. Pure right. And for a cleaning a setup, no, just change the pickup. You're like, really, you're happy with that between the frets?
I actually love guitars like that. See the ones you get that are filthy. I mean, I hate the filthy part of it, you dirty bastards. But it's when you unearth a guitar that's like that, and that turns up.
Yeah.
A really nice Strat.
Yeah.
That plays really well. And look,
I did totally strip it.
It's a joy to look at a guitar that's got proper neck alignment and convex and all the rest of it.
To be honest, I hadn't even looked
at that.
I didn't even look at the neck pocket. I didn't look at the how far things you don't think about. And look, look the strings when they go over the nut.
Perfectly straight.
They go in a perfectly straight line.
But look at the pocket. It's just a joy to look at because there's no space. It fits in the way it's supposed to.
Yes, it's almost like it was designed to fit to this body. It's almost like somebody who made guitars.
Yeah. So you need to do a headline for this video. Harley Benton ate my hamster.
Harley Benton ate my hamster.
Yeah. That's how upset I felt like they had.
Yeah. It's
Don't buy Harley Benton. I think is that the key? Is that what we're saying?
I've been asked before about it. People don't like it when they get my answer, when they say,
let's be honest, let's put our cards on the table. Harley Benton, should you buy it, should you not?
No.
Should you buy it as an upgrade platform?
No. God, no. I keep seeing them. That's the thing, I keep seeing these and people buy these. I'm assuming, and right, that might be a really bad one.
Friday afternoon, Monday morning kind of guitar.
Maybe, I don't know. But
it's been quality checked. It says quality checked. Quality checked against what though? He's got a picture of a guitar. He's like, yeah, check.
Yes, this is a 6-string left-handed Telecaster. Quality check. It's not a red Stratocaster. It's a black Telecaster. Checked.
But yeah, don't buy Harley Benton. So no.
I don't think so. But see the number of ones you see that people upgrade. There's a bass on Facebook Marketplace. Sorry if it's your bass. A black P bass. Yeah. That colour. Yeah. And it's like it's got Seymour Duncan quarter pounders in it. Gotoh tuners or something like, and then a high mass bridge on it, and it's like
a cheap way of buying.
It's like having a starting off with a McDonald's cheeseburger, and then putting nice relish on it, rather than starting off with one that's made of beef, beef. Cow. Yeah. It's actually made of a cow. It's mostly cow,
that's probably that's not even smart price. It's like Wish. That's what that is. It's like a Wish guitar. Right. Yeah. Like, okay. Here we've got great Telecasters at Wish.
Yeah.
But I'm saying 9 out of 10 still. I'm sticking by my guns. What do you say? Let's give the final word on it before we say see you later, YouTube. Nilpois. Duck egg. Killed my
honestly, I don't know if what.
Think of yourself as a young lad.
Nothing. Nothing is no. I just like no, don't buy it. So none. Yeah.
0 points.
I'm trying to think if I had that now.
Yeah.
If you said to me, "Do you want that?" just now.
Yeah.
What I would do with it, said I'm going to put this in the bin. Do you want it? Obviously, I'm going to take it. Right.
Until you realise that the next.
No, but what I would do with it, and it's I'm looking at it thinking, well, I could probably use that bridge for something, and the control plate.
Yeah, it's pot metal, but I suppose you're right. It's the cheapest of the cheapest.
Yeah, but a control plate's just a control plate, isn't it?
Right, yeah.
And the knobs are.
Yeah, but even then, you're talking about a couple of pounds worth of stuff that you can strip off that and use. The machine heads are so bad you couldn't or wouldn't use them. The next.
It's like, see, to be totally honest, that doesn't pass the grade for me even thinking about making it into a Buckycaster or doing something stupid with it.
No. You couldn't, no, that's
I bet that would not be a Buckycaster.
No, you couldn't make that into a Buckycaster if you tried.
And I would be in the same quandary I was with that one that I had to smash up, where I wouldn't want to sell it, even if I sold it cheap. If I said, here is crap Telecaster, good for hanging on the wall, tenner, 20 quid.
Maybe.
It probably hangs on a pub wall quite well.
Yeah, probably.
And it looks like a guitar, that's fine. But I would be terrified that even though I sold it as piece of shit guitar,
Yeah.
that 10 years down the line, some kid's going to buy that to learn to play, or they're going to buy it for their nephew or their son, and they're not going to learn to play it because it doesn't.
Spoiled, but we're not spoiled. That's just an unplayable hunk of junk.
Yeah. So I think we are spoiled a bit, but I mean it's not.
Harley Benton ate my
I don't like, I don't really like modern Squires and all that very much, and modern Epiphones, but they're better than that.
Yeah, the Cold War Lassa Hooer. We'll never pick that up because it's YouTube and I'm Scottish. But they did the Cold War Lassa Hooer with that guitar. Spilt my pint.
That good.
Ripped my knitting. They've done everything to me with that guitar.
Yeah. Insulted you deeply.
Deeply insulted. Yeah, totally.
Deeply. It's the Douglas Ross of guitars.
Well, it's annoying because see, you've got to go back to the guitar and the guy and explain to him, like, sorry, but that thing you just bought's really terrible.
Yeah.
I feel terrible having to do that.
I know, but the thing is, at least you've got the
morals.
but at least he's got the ability to send it back because it's new.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, just send it back and get another one, get your money back.
But see, the other thing is if I had done any work on that guitar at all, anything,
they wouldn't take it back.
They wouldn't take it back because I've adapted it and changed it, and because I don't think it's possible to do the top knot without disturbing paint. Just looking at it.
No, I mean, I said I think it's doable if that was a £10,000 Strat, or like one of your
£10,000 Strat wouldn't have paint up against the top.
No, okay, it wouldn't. No, but no,
it just wouldn't.
It could be. It's not impossible, but it could cost £1,000. Do you know what I mean? If you gave a Luther £1,000 and said I want you to make that nut, okay,
that's
they could.
Even worse than Rickenbacker. Worse than Rickenbacker. Rickenbacker do that stupid nonsense.
Oh, so they don't
put the frets in and then they finish the neck after they put the frets in. It's like
that's alright. You just have to completely strip it and sand it back to nothing for a.
Or you try and refet it with a lacquer still on the neck and it's just a pure mess. But aye.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't have the button. No, you got the button there.
I don't have the button.
No, rock it.
Who's got the button?
Use this. Do it with one hand. Rock it on.